This is Natasha Fillion. I'm a freelance photographer and I was based in Haiti for most of 2010. When I arrived in Haiti on January 29th, it was as if a war had happened there. There was rubble everywhere and people were living amongst the rubble. People were sleeping in the streets. People had made their own makeshift tents or put up tarps. All of the public spaces, parks, golf courses, soccer fields were filled with people. People that had no place to go. And eventually they turned into tent cities. And to this day, 1 year later, over 1 million people are still in those tent cities. Within the first few days that I got there, I met this young man named Gabriel. He was 19 years old, and he took me on a tour of his neighborhood. And almost every single house was destroyed. He took me to his home. You can see in this picture here. That's what used to be his home. When I arrived back in Haiti, one of the first places we went to was the hospital in Mirabelais, and that's where they say that the first cases of cholera happened. So we went to the cholera treatment center, which is like a big tent just outside the hospital, and it was filled with people that looked like they hadn't eaten in days. It looked more like a famine than a place where people were suffering from a disease. Within the first 10 minutes that I was there, one of the women that seemed fine when we walked in the door started to lose her. And the doctors came up and tried to revive her, but she didn't make it. And I found out later that her and her husband had arrived together that morning after walking 10 hours from their home in the countryside. After the election came the political unrest, which made it even more difficult for people to get help. Within an hour after they announced the election results, there were riots in the streets. Protesters were barricading the roads, lighting fires, throwing rocks at the UN, vandalizing local businesses. It was scary. People were angry. People had sticks, people had guns, machetes. Because this election was a runoff, they're going to be holding another one in January, and hopefully it won't be a repeat of what happened in December. But I will be there to cover it.